Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're delving into a topic that has long plagued the beautiful state of Manipur, the ethnic violence. Ethnic violence has plunged the small Indian state of Manipur into what many have dubbed a state of civil war as the two largest groups. The majority Meitei and minority Kuki battle over land and influence. Shocking video emerged this week of an attack in May when two Kuki women were paraded naked by Meitei men, shortly after their village was razed. In the latest use of terror against women in the region, at least 150 people have been killed since May in ethnic violence in Manipur, a remote state in northeast India with a history of tensions between tribal groups. Clashes have killed at least 150 people, though many in Manipur believe the number could be higher. Some 60,000 people have been forced to flee their homes, taking shelter in relief centers or nearby states. Reprisal attacks have seen the firebombing of homes and places of worship. More than 220 churches and 17 Hindu temples had been destroyed by the end of July, according to a report by the India Today news magazine. Soldiers were rushed in from other parts of the country to contain the violence, and months later a curfew and internet shutdown remain in force in most parts of the state. Thousands of guns were stolen when the unrest began, and militia groups on both sides of the state's ethnic divide are hunkering down for a protracted fight. The Meitei are predominantly Hindu and largely live in capital Imphal and the prosperous valley around it, while the mainly Christian Kuki-Zo usually live in scattered settlements in the state's hills. Long-standing tensions between the two communities have revolved around competition for land and public jobs, with rights activists accusing local leaders of exacerbating ethnic divisions for political gain. Meiteis have traditionally lived in Manipur's more prosperous valley region that makes up 10 of the state's area. They have also had better access to employment and economic opportunities. Nagas and Kukis live in the poorly developed hills. The development imbalance favoring the valley over the hills has been a point of contention and rivalry between the ethnic groups. Kuki-Zo groups staged protests over fears the plans could reduce their entitlements, with rallies quickly spiraling into violence. Protesters set fire to vehicles and buildings, and Meitei mobs armed with guns and petrol cans then attacked Kuki-Zo settlements in the hills. Human Rights Watch has accused state authorities in Manipur, led by Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party at Jabarti, of facilitating the conflict with divisive policies that promote Hindu majoritarianism. The Indian government has deployed 40,000 soldiers, paramilitary troops, and police to the region in an attempt to stem the latest round of violence. So far, it has resisted calls from tribal leaders to impose direct rule, but the violence continues to spread and force more villagers from their homes.